What has the messenger done?
You do not want to focus more on the messenger, but look at what he has said. The message is putting across. Because if you want to focus on a duchum, like I will quote you that he said, oh, if we are talking about the education ministry and who deserves it between Educhum and Napo, you think that Napo is better because in your mind, like you say, it is you, Senna, who has been saying it too.
But have I said it publicly?
You
before?
said that to not know is better than to believe you know when you do not know. So you know that Napo there, he doesn't know, and he knows he doesn't know, so he does not say he knows. So that is what you have been saying, you know. I'm just quoting you that between Napo and Educhum, you prefer Napo because he knows that he doesn't know.
Phrase like this, how can you progress?
Educhum doesn't know, but he believes he knows something. So Senna, like I was saying, I think that it's not about which course is useless, but if there's opportunity for us to employ graduates coming from diverse disciplines, is what I think the issue should be. Because like the thing says, university education, that is universal education. Okay. So it goes beyond graduating and seeking for jobs from my discipline, my field of study. There are a couple of things that you expect that somebody who is a graduate should have. And what education, university education should do to us as graduates. Developing the way you think. Critical thinking. So we are expecting that when you graduate from a university, you should be able to develop your skills in critical thinking. You should be able to improve your communication skills. You should have an idea in research and analytical skills. So tertiary education is giving you these. And Prof rightly said that universities are not vocational training centers where you say that you're going to train in a particular field and you come out to be a fashion designer, you come out to be a carpenter, you come out to be a mason, you come out to be a plumber or what. It's supposed to produce thinkers who adapt throughout life or work field or the labor market. And that is why these days you see employers going or looking beyond the degree or certificate. And they are looking for who can solve a problem, who can communicate, who can lead, who can work in a team, and even who can learn quickly. So when you enter into the workplace, they are looking for these qualities, forgetting the degree, the field from which you are coming. It is not everybody who can do medicine, who can do law, who can do nursing, who can be an engineer. And so they are looking beyond the degree that you are carrying. Let me give you a typical example. One of the best talk show hosts we have when it comes to the Akan language, talk show hosts we have in Ghana now is Ransford Kwesi Boakye. Kwesi studied accounting.
He has never accounted for anything.
He studied accounting. But we are saying that tertiary education the education you're getting from the university should add something else to the certificate you are holding. That should be something that employers are looking for. Okay. Sabiga, one of the producers, like best, he's a marketer. He studied marketing at the university. Okay. But Sabiga also did accounting. Okay. Okay. But you see, I mentioned the point of who is able to learn quickly on the job. And that is what university education does to you. That is why it is universal
must have an open mind.
education. Okay. So you come into the labor market and then you are coming with these skills with your certificate. Doesn't mean that you have gone to study a certain course and so that is where you are going. What about those of us who came straight from senior secondary school and then we find ourselves in the job market and we are doing things that, so employers are looking beyond the degrees we are holding nowadays and looking at other things. And so when you hear people like that, Educhum, talk about things like this, then you are wondering how he became the Minister for Education for 8 years. Because we are having political science graduates in banking.
Yeah.
They are into banking.
Yeah.
Historians, people who have gone to study history, are journalists.
Yeah.
They have no idea. They've not been to school to study journalism.
No, they didn't do journalism school.
Okay.
In fact,
they did
like you said, there are
history.
accountants.
Yes.
Wow.
They did history, but they are journalists. They are doing journalism now. Okay. And they are doing it so well. One of the ones you can point out to that, okay, that's a good journalist. He's doing his job well. And you check and then he's got no background in journalism. Okay. And then he's talking about development studies. Sana, you and I, we sit here every day. The things we talk about, poverty, governance, economic development, gender, health, education, agriculture. You can name the climate change. We talk about community development. These are issues we discuss every other day on this platform, and our colleagues on other platforms are discussing same issues every day. These issues do not have to do with engineering. They are not about medicine. Which people work in these fields? NGOs, development partners, district assemblies, and etc. And so if development is Ghana's priority, why should development studies be considered as useless?
They won't get to a job.
It won't get who job?
If you go and do it.
I'm saying that these are the issues we discuss. These are the issues we sit here every day. Every other thing that we discuss would come to one of these things. Okay. Who are the people who are working there? Which people are working there? So, I don't know. Imagine if we all study the things that in his mind would get you a job right after school. The rest of the things that people would have, the field that people would have to work in, which people would be there? So the question is, how can universities better prepare graduates from every discipline for the labor market? And are we creating the environment to employ these graduates when they are out of school? That is what we should be thinking about. That is where our minds should be. If you have been minister for 8 years and you think development studies, there's no cost to go study, and then you leave it at that, no reforms, nothing, and then you are out and you're talking like this, we should be questioning you. When I questioned him the other day, you people were shouting. So that is it. The thing he even mentioned education
Non-teaching.
non-teaching.
BA in education,
It's
non-teaching.
not everybody who goes to do education that wants to be teachers.
Yeah.
Education minister, you should know this. It's not everybody who would go to do education who wants to be a teacher. There are what do we call administrators,
Yeah.
education administrators. They are there. It is not everybody who would want to be in the classroom, to be a lecturer, or to be a teacher. No, but they want to have an idea what education is about. So they go into to study those courses. And then you're saying that education non-teaching will not get you a job. I'm sorry.
If development studies and education on teaching will not get you a job, imagine what sociology will do for you. Dr. Samson Obedapia is senior lecturer, sociology department of University of Ghana. Doc, this your studies there. There's no job.
But I didn't see how Nancy was laughing. Said, good morning.
Good morning,
Did you
Doc.
see how Nancy